This is straight talk, lead to straight understanding. Straight talk, STSU. This is straight talk, lead to straight understanding. Straight talk, STSU. This is straight talk, lead to straight understanding. Straight talk, STSU. This is straight talk, lead to straight understanding. Straight talk, STSU. This is straight talk, lead to straight understanding. Straight talk, STSU. This is straight talk, lead to straight understanding. Straight talk, STSU. This is straight talk, lead to straight understanding. Straight talk, STSU. This is straight talk, lead to straight understanding. Straight talk, STSU. This is straight talk, lead to straight understanding. Straight talk, STSU. This is straight talk, lead to straight understanding. Straight talk, STSU.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing today? This is Sean Bolden, Sean B. Welcome to Straight Talk, Leads to Straight Understanding. My name is Sean Bolden, Sean B. However you know me. And this is what we're doing right now. Hold on one second. Am I having some issues right now? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you feel me tonight? Welcome. Okay, there we go. Welcome, 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 welcome. I see that I am having an issue here, but it's all good. How's everybody doing today? My name is Sean Bolden, Sean B. I do see that we are having a technical difficulty, but it's all right because I am still here with we. So, how we doing? Can y'all see me? Hold on, I'm gonna try this again. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm on the road, y'all. So therefore, we are having a technical difficulty. How's everybody doing today? This is Straight Talk Leads to Straight Understanding. Sean Bolden, Sean B. However you know me. Uh, we're having. My name is Sean B. However you know me. I hope you can hear me. Peter, welcome me in, and can you hear me? That would be my question.
Sean, we can hear you, but your picture is frozen completely.
Well, we're gonna leave my picture frozen, and we're just gonna talk about things. All right, because I don't want to delay y'all any longer. So, with that being said, welcome to Straight Talk, Leads to Straight Understanding. My name is Sean Bolden, Sean B. I'm glad y'all was hearing me, and now that I have the confirmation that you can hear me well, you just won't be able to see me. but it's all right. And you've seen better things in life, and this will just be something that you will have to lose out on the presence of my greatness. But anyway, I want to welcome y'all. But it's a good thing that you don't see me because perhaps you might see some of the faces that I make when I'm speaking about the subject that we'll be speaking about today. The subject that we will be speaking about is, do we want intention or do we want attention? I'll say that again. Do we want intention or do we want attention? Yeah, today is Wednesday. This will be Straight Talk, Lisa Straight Understanding every Wednesday night, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And I thank you for joining me. We might have a guest or two tonight to join us to speak about this subject. And again, the subject is, do we want intention, intention, or do we want attention, attention, attention? Now, this topic came to me some years ago when I was doing, it was on Clubhouse. I was on Clubhouse and I was speaking with a group of people and we were speaking about relationships. And it happened to be a bunch of ladies and a bunch of men. So I posed a question to the ladies specifically. And I said, ladies, what is it that you really want? Because you say you want intention, you want the intention of a man, and you want to know what his intentions are for you. But it seems like you only settle for and you only require and you only enjoy attention, meaning the things that he says to make you feel good, the things that he does to show you that he's present, and so on and so forth. And many of them had to think about it. Many of them had to think about it and was like, So when they started answering the question, it turned out that they really did just want attention. And so while it started with the ladies in Clubhouse that night, I went a step further and thought about men and asked, is this gender specific with the ladies? Or perhaps it could be that men also seek attention. And then when I really thought about it, men are very guilty of seeking attention as well. Think about those who want money. What is that money for? To get the attention of usually women or their peers or both. And therefore, we have significant people just reaching for attention and not really having any intention behind it. So it didn't only apply in relationships, it applied in a lot of different circumstances. So as I was exploring this topic, I wanted to really speak about it a little bit more because do we really want intention? Now, intention tends to lend to the point of view that you have a plan, you have something that you want to do that has a future, you have steps in achieving this future plan, you have people and tools that will combine to get to these places and get to these achievements, and so on and so forth. And of course, that happens with a lot of things, but we're going to specifically talk about relationships right now because we also get into a place and space where we say we want the intention of the other person, but we really just want the attention. We really, on ladies' behalf, just want to be able to have somebody to support our efforts, to lend to our needs, to be able to give us some balance. And with guys, we really want to have somebody to do the same, support our efforts, lend to our needs, and so on and so forth. So, really, are we really asking for the intention of these people that we come across, that we seek this from? Or do we just enjoy the attention that they give us? They make us smile. They make us feel good. We get intimate. We have the big O with one another. We have some very intimate time. But a lot of times when we do these things and we don't have any attention, by the time it comes around and the attention is kind of starting to dull, we start asking the question, like, what are we doing? And it becomes these situationships. You know, that new word that came up not too many years ago, situationships. And a lot of us find ourselves in situationships. So I'm gonna start out with a couple of videos. I'm gonna start with a video explaining from a woman's standpoint uh, what may be the intention versus attention. So let's play the first video, Peter.
I love God, and I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to walk this thing out. I feel like there's been more men attracted to that than we realize. I think we're so used to seeing certain women and we're like, oh, they get attention, but they're not getting intention. They're getting attention, not intention. And I'd rather get intention over attention every day. I hope y'all caught that. I would rather get intention than attention any day of the week.
Now, with that being said, she really spoke to the point of view of getting attention as opposed to not getting the intention that she requires. Now, she said, I require and I really want to get an intentional person, somebody who has the intent of knowing what they want to do with me, how they want to do it, and why they want to do it. And not just getting the attention that we sometimes desire. Because if you think about it, and ladies, I speak to you directly when I speak about this. If a man makes you feel good, a lot of times we hear from women, I just want to have fun. I just want to feel good. And that can be rooted from a lot of different places. But it also lends to not giving balance to consistency, to having a foundation for your relationship. So you get that attention, but you never really seek or ask the questions on what is your intent for us? What is your intent for the relationship? And it becomes pretty cloudy, usually, especially after you become intimate with that person. And then it becomes very cloudy. It becomes very shaky on now you want to know when that feeling, I call it new D. New D for ladies is always exciting. So ladies, in case you don't know, new D is always exciting. The same way for fellas, new P is always exciting. Always fun. But once that feeling is gone, once it has been erased from you're not feeling that newness anymore, you're not feeling that excitement, then the questions start coming. Hey, what are we doing? And we find ourselves in that place more than any. P, have you ever found yourself in that place where you guys might have gave each other attention in intimate ways, and then after that excitement wore off, you
Absolutely.
or she?
Absolutely. Multiple times, actually. It's pretty much, I call it the honeymoon phase when you're in a relationship, because everything's exciting, is new. You know, as men, you just want to get your sauces wet. So to us men, that is the ultimate goal first, to get intimate. But after that, it kind of fizzles away. I'm like, all right, I got my ass. Now what? The hunt is over.
And I'm glad you said it, and you said it that clearly, because a lot of ladies don't believe it or don't want to hear it that way. But it's pretty true. It's pretty true. Let's go to the second video
Sure.
and let
Oh,
the
the
man
difference
now
between
speak from
intent
his
and
point of
impact.
view.
When somebody says
Intent
what you
versus
did
impact.
hurt me, it's like, that wasn't my intention.
Yeah, I
That
didn't
doesn't
mean
take
it.
away the impact.
Does
And
it?
sometimes we sit in the intention so much because we don't want to take ownership and accountability of what we did harm somebody.
Yeah, yeah.
So you know what? That did do that. I'm sorry. I
So
shouldn't have
what
done that. I
he's
should have done it a different way.
saying
What's a better
right
way for me to do that?
now
Because the impact
is
is
that
deeper than the intent.
no, I'm just messing around with you. We're gonna start it all over.
Want me to start over again?
Yeah, because it was kind of
Hold the
distorted. It
difference
wasn't
between
coming out
intent
properly.
and impact. When somebody says what you did hurt me,
And if he
it's like,
doesn't
what
play,
doesn't
it's
that
not
wasn't my
playing
intention.
properly. But
Yeah, I
That
didn't
doesn't
mean
take
it.
away the
go to the next
impact.
one. Don't
And
worry
Doesn't.
about
sometimes
it.
we sit
Go
in
to
Do
the
you
next one.
think that there are some women that
All
mistake
right.
a
Go
man's
ahead with Ace.
attention for him having intentions with her?
Absolutely. This day and age, attention
Uh-oh.
has become the new currency. But the thing about
Mm-hmm.
it is,
Are you hearing anything too?
attention does
Yeah, I
not
can hear it fine too.
guarantee retention.
I don't
You see
know.
what I'm saying? We got a lot of
Damn.
tensions going on.
All
It's
right, there we
tension all
go.
over the place. And the only thing that guarantees retention is intention, right?
Yeah.
But everybody's so pressed not to be alone.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be alone. That attention is giving them gratification. But baby, let me tell you what intention does. Intention creates satisfaction. You'll be
Oof.
good for a lifetime with a man moving with intention. You see what I'm saying? It's different. That ring on your finger is a lot different from the promise that you made.
I know, right?
Hey, them words I do hit a lot harder than I will. You see what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just
Man.
saying. I'm just saying.
Man. I'm glad that one played. The word, that
The other one
last
played too,
part.
by the way.
What was that? The other one played
second one
too?
played. Yeah, second one played
Well,
too.
let's before I get into Ace and them, I do hits better than I will. Let's try the second one again because I didn't hear it, and I definitely want
On
to
my
tap
end,
into it.
everything's playing fine on my end.
I'm glad. So y'all are hearing it. Don't worry about it. Me hearing it. I don't need to hear it, but I want to just go over it again so that we can directly hit that point of view.
All right, you
So
want me to
video
play it
number
again?
2. Yep. Video number 2.
Hold the difference between intent and impact. When somebody says what you did hurt me, it's like, that wasn't my intention.
Yeah, I
That
didn't
doesn't
mean
take
it.
away the impact.
Doesn't.
And sometimes we sit in the intention so much because we don't want to take ownership and accountability of what we did harm somebody.
Yeah.
So you know what? That did do that. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I should have done it a different way. What's a better way for me to do that? Because the impact is deeper than the intent.
Got
So,
it.
I'm going to touch base with this for this really fast, all right? Because I've been in
Go
this
ahead.
situation multiple times. I don't think anybody intentionally tries to hurt you, but it happens more often than you think. By saying, making a comment, or they're supposed to hang out and they blanked because of whatever the reason was. I don't think anybody's reaction is like, I'm gonna go vindictively going to hurt you on purpose. And that's one issue I had with one of my exes, because she wanted to do her, but she wanted to be in a relationship but do her at the same time. And that you cannot mix both in the same chemistry. And that was the issue. Like, oh, I'm too old anybody to tell me what to do. I'm like, well, you're in a relationship. People are going to tell you all your life. Even your boss. Your boss tells you, hey, I need you to do inventory. Oh, I need you to do X, Y, and Z. Someone's always going to tell you what to do something. But nobody, I think, intentionally is going to try to hurt you on purpose. Am I making sense here?
You are, but it's not always true. Some people actually
Let me hear
do
your
try and
background.
some people actually do try and intentionally hurt people. They're not very nice people, but it definitely exists where people do try and deliberately hurt a person. But to your point, it's not most of the time. It's usually a person doesn't intend to. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
And when you don't intend to, as he just said, it doesn't negate the impact of what actually has happened. So even though you might not intend to hurt a person, it still can happen. And furthermore, when we was talking about in the second video, where he was talking about the intention, again, having an intention with someone, it gives you a little bit more consistency because they're laying out a plan of what they have. And I say it specifically to ladies often because they are who I see fall victim to not having intentional plans. They fall victim to a man not having intentional or not being clear on his intent. Because Another video I saw, he said, if I'm intending to get into your panties, then that's my intention, and I'm being very intentional. But what happens is ladies don't always ask that directly. Or if they do ask it, well, I'm not talking dishonest men. I'm talking men who actually have some type of moral compass, but also have the intent that they are only looking for a good time. And they often lead with that. Say, hey, yo, I'm not looking for anything serious. I just want to have a good time. Can I take you out? We could maybe spend the night out and have a good time, some drinks, go dancing or something, a movie, blah, 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 blah. And a lot of ladies who want attention will embrace that and be like, okay, well, I understand. And what he's saying indirectly, his intent is that I just want to have a good time. He's saying it very clearly, but she don't ask, well, what's a good time to you? Where he might then say, well, we could just, hang out, have some fun, and maybe spend some intimate time with each other, which is code word for have sex.
Pretty much.
But a lot of men beat around that bush. They don't want to just come forthright and say, I want to have sex. I always encourage them to, because what I found is that when you do that, and there's some tact to it, but when you do it, you'll find that more women are willing to accommodate than you probably would think. That's why I wish I had my women up here today, because they will either agree with me or they will say, or they will disagree with me. But I found, and I've surveyed this in the past, many women would, as long as they feel still respected, quote unquote, not have an issue with somebody telling them that they wanted to have sex. And they might even participate and oblige them.
See,
Have you found that to be true?
My personal experience, if you went up to a woman like, hey, I just want to smash, or I just want to have sex, they're going to look at you like, yeah, I'm good. No.
That's why I said you got to have some tact to it. It's not that you say it that way.
No,
you got to kind of, you got to kind of say, and it goes to what I was saying earlier. Yo, look, I'm just really not, I'm not looking for anything serious. I just want to have fun. I kind of jaded with relationships. So, if you're looking for a long-term or a relationship that way, I might not be the one for you. But I mean, we are attracted to one another, and if it goes anywhere, it goes anywhere. But I definitely want to get to know you. I want to enjoy, the time I have in doing so. And if something jumps off, it jumps off.
Yeah.
But I'm letting you know in advance that I'm not ready for anything significant right now. I'm just winging it. But that's something, what you're saying, I want to have sex, but in a respectful manner.
Yeah.
I just want to have, so tact can help. I have personally asked somebody and told them I just want to, I forget, I was much younger, but I just wanted to have sex, and they were willing. They appreciated the candidness, the openness, rather. It was the first time I tried it, and we never wound up having sex. We got close, but we never really got there because of the circumstance. I was so young that somebody walked into the place where we were, so we weren't able to proceed to give them what you need. But so that actually happened. So now let's play the third video one more time, and then we'll kind of build on that a little further.
All right.
Do you think that there are some women that mistake a man's attention for him having intentions with her?
Absolutely. This day and age, attention has become the new currency. But the thing about it is, attention does not guarantee retention. You see what I'm saying? We got a lot of tensions going on. It's tension all over the place. And the only thing that guarantees retention is intention. Right? But everybody's so pressed not to be alone.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be alone. That attention is giving them gratification. But baby, let me tell you what intention does. Intention creates satisfaction. You'll be good for a lifetime with a man moving with intention. You see what I'm saying? It's different. That ring on your finger is a lot different from the promise that you made.
I know, right?
Hey, them words I do hit a lot harder than I will. You see what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
He has a really good point there. Before you think about it,
That's the reason why I wanted to bring it to the stage, bring it to straight, because he has a very good point. You know, he has a very good point, and I don't want to continue to dwell on that point because we have said it already, and I'll reiterate it real quick. Is that when you lay out attention, because that's what a woman wants. It's so easy. I tell women all the time, y'all make it easy for us because all you're doing is seeking attention. It's like in the music industry, for example, it makes it easy for an artist to get screwed over because all they're doing is seeking out fame. Fame is equivalent to attention. They ain't worried about the money and all of the details. They get a little advanced and they ain't worried about how much they actually are making or generating. They just enjoy the spotlight, the cameras, the fame, all that attention that they're getting, to where they don't worry about the intention of the label, the intention of them going ahead and recouping, the intention of them creating a scenario where it's extreme interest rates on the loan that they gave you as advances. So it kind of goes hand in hand because we're so thirsty for attention. We're thirsty for it right now. And to be honest with you, when you get it, it's almost like a drug that you get addicted to. Think about it from when we was little. If you had a nice car and you got all the attention of everybody in the neighborhood, the girls especially, you want that all the time. So now you're just trying to always have a nice car, but they're really not intending to like you. Their intention is like what you have. And the attention that they give you because they like what you have, you start feeling and enjoying it. So it's a really difficult thing to kind of gauge and kind of monitor and kind of get a grasp of and get the reins on, so to speak. So that's why I want to speak on it. Now, the fourth video is going to summarize it a little bit more detailed than we just looked at.
all
So
right.
play that fourth video.
I've been speaking to this a lot, and it's like too many people need to stop confusing attention for intention. Just because they text you doesn't mean they respect you. Just because they notice you doesn't mean they value you. Some people check if the door's still unlocked, not because they want to come home, okay? But because they want to know if they still could. See, attention is easy. It costs nothing. Shit. Intention, that costs consistency, energy, effort, communication. Anybody can reach out. Not everybody can show up. And too many of you keep mistaking curiosity for commitment. They miss your energy, not your soul. They miss what you gave them, not who you are. They don't want to rebuild. They just want to make sure they still have access. Quit giving them access. See, when you heal, you stop chasing breadcrumbs. You stop thinking a text means closure. You stop handing out second chances like coupons, because real peace doesn't crave the past. It respects the lesson. So next time they circle back with the "hey stranger" energy, just fucking remember, attention without intention is manipulation with good fucking lighting. You don't need their validation. You just need to remember who the hell you are. Let them wonder. Let them watch. You moved on, and that's your fucking revenge.
Now I know that one hit hard, huh?
Oh, fuck yeah. You know what? Fuck you for doing that to me. So,
Woo, well,
now
go
what-
ahead, talk on it. What
Oh,
did it hit?
man. Where do I start? Listen, I think as human beings, we all look for for that intention, and, like somebody to show us, like, yo, just be around somebody. I want even I don't care about the car shit or whatever. Like, if she, if I have a girlfriend, I want her to show me she's interested. She wants to be around me. She wants to spend time with me. She wants to get intimate with me. She wants to watch a movie, whatever our thing is. But when you don't have it, you look for it still. At least I
Yeah.
do.
I mean, what it is we all are humans, and we sometimes forget that.
Mhm.
We all have feelings, and we sometimes misunderstand, or never mind misunderstand. We sometimes just do not take heed to the other person's feelings, and then when we get hurt, not wanting to get hurt again, we start ignoring or acting like we don't have feelings. But it's a game. It's really a game, but that's a dangerous game. It's a game that the consequences and the wins is somebody's gonna get hurt.
Absolutely.
And that's why, you know, like I said, that thirst for that attention doesn't mean that they value you. Attention is, like he said, real easy. I tell women all the time, and I even tell my fellas, yo, attention is easy. I tell my fellas, yo, getting money that's easy. Once you got that money, you getting all that attention. They're gonna want you at that point. Problem is, do they want you, or do they want what they think you can give them? That's been a struggle with me being an artist in the past, um, and not knowing who knew or liked me for who I was, and not because I was part of a group or I was signed to a record label or I had videos out and things of that nature. And it's very difficult to determine. As a matter of fact, most people, when they get there, they can't determine it. Like how women can't determine if a man is genuinely interested in her or if he's just trying to get in her panties. Well, guess what? When you have money and or fame, you don't know if a person is genuinely interested in you. Men don't know if a woman is genuinely interested in them or just genuinely or interested in what they can do for them. And a lot of men just kind of lean on the fact that I already understand that it's transactional. So I'm gonna get what I want because I already understand that they here to get what they want from me.
Mm-hmm.
And that just negates the opportunity for love. It risks too many opportunities for distrust, too many opportunities for wondering, and those lead into too many opportunities of not being able to have a stable, trusting, loving relationship. And unfortunately, many people go in that direction now. And the last video that I'm going to play like hits the nail on the head in so many different ways. So what we're going to do, I'm going to play that last video. We're going to discuss it before we get out of here, because I know we'll be getting out of here early at that time. We're going to go through all of the videos one more time. And so this way they can see how it led up. We're going to start with the young lady and her point of view. Then we're going to start with the man and his intent and his point of view. Then we're going to go right into, in that sequence. But this last video right here, y'all take a look at this, because he hits all the nails on the head of where we are relational wise, and why attention and intention is really important to pay attention to. Pay attention is really what attention we need to do, not receive attention. Pay attention. Well, go ahead and play that last video.
Stop pretending. Modern dating isn't romantic. It's strategic. It's defensive. It's cold. People are dating like they're preparing for battle, not building a future together. It's your boy RDP. Let's dig into it. So modern dating is basically a war zone, not because men and women are enemies, but because nobody trusts anybody anymore. People aren't dating to connect. They're dating to not get played. That's why everybody hides feelings, waits to text back, keeps options, pretends not to care, and acts like they're detached on purpose. It's not confidence, it's fear disguised as strategy. Women don't trust men because they've seen too many lies, too many games, too much inconsistency. Men don't trust women because they've seen too much manipulation, too much entitlement, and too much damn betrayal. So instead of love, we have paranoia. People are doing background checks on each other's intentions like they're the FBI. We're not dating people. We're dating their trauma, their exes, their trust issues, and their bad experiences. Everybody's been hurt. Nobody's healed. So now we're all punishing the next person for what the last person did. Men are scared of getting used. Women are scared of getting abandoned. So both sides play offense and defense at the same damn time. That's why dating feels like war. Fake loyalty, hidden agendas, emotional manipulation, performance instead of honesty, sex without commitments, and DMs full of backup plans. People don't want love. They want leverage. Love used to be about connection. Now it's about control. Who cares less? Who needs less? Who can walk away first? And that's why everything feels toxic. You can't build anything real in a generation that's terrified to be vulnerable. People are lonely, but act like they don't need anyone. People want love, but play like they don't care. People crave loyalty, but keep backups just in case. This isn't dating. It's emotional warfare disguised as romance. And the saddest part, everyone talks like they're heartless, but nobody actually is. We're just broken, traumatized, guarded, and pretending to be strong. Episode 14 is next. Why good men and good women rarely find each other anymore. This one's gonna hurt, but it's necessary.
All right now. Now, did he hit the nails on the head, or did he hit the nails on the head of what's going on in this? And I got to give him a big shout out because, man, he hit. I was like, that. This got to summarize. It wasn't even on my intention and attention goal, but it just hit so many reasons to pay attention to that I needed to reel it in with that. What are your thoughts on what you just heard from him?
It's funny because I watched a similar video today. It's saying if you're dating a woman who's divorced, she's broken because she's been through some type of trauma. That's, obviously, if something didn't work out, it can cause trauma. And when you're dating her, you're also dating her trauma. And he's right about that. It's pretty much the same thing what he's saying. You're not only, there's a lot of trust issues and stuff like that going into it. And that's the issue we're having now these days. And like, how do you trust somebody anymore?
Agreed. And that's the point of view that I as well like to speak to, because without love, without trust, there is no
Sorry about
love.
that. My computer crashed.
Oh, that's fine. And what I was sharing is that you're absolutely right. And it's part of why I bring this up, because without trust, there is no love.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing that I think is absent from a lot of things. So we have a lot of lustful relationships. We have a lot of, as he said, lack of vulnerability relationships. It's really a game at this point. It's tactical, and it's an unfortunate reality, because we're sitting here and dealing with all of these different tactics, and none of them leading to any successful, loving circumstances. Now, we do have the exceptions of people who have gotten it, who have achieved and understand it, but the majority, we're in limbo. And it's really heartbreaking to me, and why I bring up some of these subjects time and time again, because we have really shifted our value. Like the man said, like a few of the men said, do they value you? Well, no, they don't, because guess what? We don't value ourselves. And when we don't value ourselves, why would we expect them to value us? A lot of people have been, as I said a second ago, a lot of men specifically already understand that they don't value them. But guess what? They understand they value money. So they in turn value money just as much, and they go and seek, and that's all they think about. I got to get this bag. I got to get this money. And they get the money because the money make them feel good. The money make them get the attention that they want. So the intention to get the money is so that they can get more attention. And when they're getting the attention they want, they don't have any intentions for considering anyone else. Only thing they're considering is themselves to get that attention that they're desiring, that makes them feel good. And we always at least lean on women doing that. But I had to identify and recognize that it's not just men. I mean, it's not just women. As a matter of fact, men sometimes get hurt and shut down quicker than women. They're like, yo, she ever just breaks my bond of trust, she won't ever be able to do that with me again. And my response to that is, who hurt you? Why is it that because you got hurt and you can't get over it, now it's hard for you to open up to anyone? But when it comes to a woman, you expect her to get hurt and still be able to open up.
It should go both ways.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be like, oh, a woman should X, Y, Z when you're dealing with the same shit. I know when I got my 3.5 year relationship, it took a while before I was ready to start dating. And I didn't realize that at first. I thought I could jump right into it. And I realized, yeah, I'm not ready.
Did you seek attention?
Of course.
And I agree. That's what happens often is we seek attention. I know that's what happens often. We seek attention, especially when we're hurt or vulnerable. But the attention that we seek, our intention at that point is not to get hurt again.
Mm-hmm.
And that intention leads to often someone else being hurt.
Yeah.
And this cycle is vicious and it's alarming to me. And that's why I have a lot of straight talk conversations, because it's an issue out there. And it concerns me because I want there to be love. I want there to be love beyond love, agape love, romantic love, brotherly love, all of those types of loves I want to exist in my world. But I realize my world, I interact with other people's world, and we don't always see things the same way. And that often leads to me getting disappointed because my expectation is so high of what I'm doing, I'm expecting. And expectation leads to disappointment. So there's a lot of disappointing moments, disappointing experiences that we go through simply because we're seeking and trying to have intentional love, have intentional relationships that can withstand the test of time. And we're failing miserably because of all of the circumstances and past traumas that we have endured individually, collectively, and otherwise. So, with that being said, we're going to start wrapping it up. My apologies to anybody who wasn't able to see my ugly face today.
For
But
once,
you
we're
were
agreeing on
able to,
something.
There we go. We're getting closer. See, we're getting closer to the camaraderie that we're seeking with intention. So yeah, so I do want to say thank you for joining those who did. Uh, Peter, you're gonna have to send me over a copy of this because I wasn't able to have my channels joined today.
Yeah, it's fine.
So I'm gonna share with my channels afterwards. But what I was gonna say is to wrap it up, attention versus intention. Do we look for intention or do we settle for attention? Often we settle for attention, and some of the videos really reflected the reasons why. So we're gonna go through the videos one more time. We're gonna do one by one. Maybe do a quick comment if you have any comment. Peter, you can comment, and I'll elaborate. And then if we don't have a comment, we can just go straight to the next one.
All right.
I love God, and I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to walk this thing out. I feel like there's been more men attracted to that than we realize. I think we're so used to seeing certain women and we're like, oh, they get attention, but they're not getting intention. They're getting attention, not intention. And I'd rather get intention over attention every day. I hope y'all caught that.
Don't
I
let it
would
go.
rather
Yeah.
get intention than attention any day of the week.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Go to the
Oh,
next
the
one. We
difference
just gonna
between
keep it moving
intent
all
and
the way
impact.
through.
When somebody says what you did hurt me, it's like, that wasn't my intention.
Yeah, I
That
didn't
doesn't
mean
take
it.
away the impact.
Does
And
it?
sometimes we sit in the intention so much because we don't want to take ownership and accountability of what we did harm somebody.
Yeah, yeah.
So you know what? That did do that. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I should have done it a different way. What's a better way for me to do that? Because the impact is deeper than the intent.
Yeah. And
You
this
think
is
that there
why.
are some women that mistake a man's attention for him having intentions with her?
Absolutely. This day and age, attention has become the new currency. But the thing about it is, attention does not guarantee retention. You see what I'm saying? We got a lot of tensions going on. It's tension all over the place. And the only thing that guarantees retention is intention, right?
Yeah.
But everybody's so pressed not to be alone.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be alone. That attention is giving them gratification. But baby, let me tell you what intention does. Intention creates satisfaction. You'll be good for a lifetime with a man moving with intention. You see what I'm saying? It's different. That ring on your finger is a lot different from the promise that you made.
I know, right?
Hey, them words I do hit a lot harder than I will. You see what I'm saying? Hey,
Yep.
I'm
Go to the
just, I'm
next
just
one. Go to the
saying.
next one.
I'm just saying.
I've been
Back to
speaking to
back,
this a
y'all.
lot, and it's like too many people need to stop confusing attention for intention. Just because they text you doesn't mean they respect you. Just because they notice you doesn't mean they value you. Some people check if the door's still unlocked, not because they want to come home, okay? But because they want to know if they still could. See, attention is easy. It costs nothing. Shit. Intention, that costs consistency, energy, effort, communication. Anybody can reach out. Not everybody can show up. And too many of you keep mistaking curiosity for commitment. They miss your energy, not your soul. They miss what you gave them, not who you are. They don't want to rebuild. They just want to make sure they still have access. Quit giving them access. See, when you heal, you stop chasing breadcrumbs. You stop thinking a text means closure. You stop handing out second chances like coupons, because real peace doesn't crave the past. It respects the lesson. So next time they circle back with the "hey stranger" energy, just fucking remember, attention without intention is manipulation with good fucking lighting. You don't need their validation.
There you go.
You just need to remember who the hell you are. Let them wonder. Let them watch. You moved on, and that's your fucking revenge.
That's it. That's it. But here's what it leads to: these types of
Stop
relationships
pretending.
right here.
Modern dating isn't romantic. It's strategic. It's defensive. It's cold. People are dating like they're preparing for battle, not building a future together. It's your boy RDP. Let's dig into it. So modern dating is basically a war zone, not because men and women are enemies, but because nobody trusts anybody anymore. People aren't dating to connect. They're dating to not get played. That's why everybody hides feelings, waits to text back, keeps options, pretends not to care, and acts like they're detached on purpose. It's not confidence, it's fear disguised as strategy. Women don't trust men because they've seen too many lies, too many games, too much inconsistency. Men don't trust women because they've seen too much manipulation, too much entitlement, and too much damn betrayal. So instead of love, we have paranoia. People are doing background checks on each other's intentions like they're the FBI. We're not dating people. We're dating their trauma, their exes, their trust issues, and their bad experiences. Everybody's been hurt. Nobody's healed. So now we're all punishing the next person for what the last person did. Men are scared of getting used. Women are scared of getting abandoned. So both sides play offense and defense at the same damn time. That's why dating feels like war. Fake loyalty, hidden agendas, emotional manipulation, performance instead of honesty, sex without commitments, and DMs full of backup plans. People don't want love. They want leverage. Love used to be about connection. Now it's about control. Who cares less? Who needs less? Who can walk away first? And that's why everything feels toxic. You can't build anything real in a generation that's terrified to be vulnerable. People are lonely, but act like they don't need anyone. People want love, but play like they don't care. People crave loyalty, but keep backups just in case. This isn't dating. It's emotional warfare disguised as romance. And the saddest part, everyone talks like they're heartless, but nobody actually is. We're just broken, traumatized, guarded, and pretending to be strong. Episode 14 is next. Why good men and good women
Yeah,
rarely
there we
find each
go.
other
There we
anymore.
go. There we
This one's
go. So yeah. So with that being said, I don't think we could have said it just looking at those videos back to back to back any better. We are in some very difficult times right now. The last one summed it up. Big shout out to all of the video content creators that we played. And I just want to say that have intention before you try to receive attention. And be clear that if the attention that you seek is not the intention that the person can provide, pay attention to that so that you don't have to go through something that ultimately will be a traumatic continued feeling or experience. And that's some straight talk. So we're going to leave it there. We're going to wrap it up here. Peter, when you come back, if you have any last words, share them. But yeah, we're going to leave it there because it's not really much to say behind any of this. The video said it all. The topic says it all. Do we seek intention or do we seek attention? And the reality is that often we seek attention without any intention and we never pay attention. So, with that being said, I'm going to leave it there. I'm thanking you all for joining me tonight on Straight Talk Leads to Straight Understanding. We will be here next week, every Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. I will have some more guests with us. I'm going to actually plan some shows where we're just going to speak about other subjects above and beyond just relationships. We're going to speak about some business scenarios. We're going to have some entertainers come on. You know, I thank Special Ed, who was one of my guests in the past. I thank the White School Podcast, my Uncle Keith, Peter, Paul. There's so many people who joined us that I just thank you for your presence. And we're going to continue that on. I want to have subjects that can make you think, that can make you talk, and that can make you understand. That's what straight talk, straight understanding is all about. So I hope it was something that made you think today. Do you want intention or do you want attention? And I hope that you're able to pay attention to whatever that answer is and receive the blessings that you deserve, the love that you desire, and the happiness that can come out of it. All right. So, Peter, and me, thank you for holding me down on this platform here. Thank you to my Sparta HQ Network partners. Thank you for all those who follow Straight Talk, Straight Understanding, STSU, Sean Bolden. And I also want to say like, share, subscribe to all the channels. Like, share, subscribe. This will be a good time to like, share, subscribe. Hopefully you got something out of it. Hopefully it was something that made you think, and hopefully we can have straight talk so that we can get to some straight understanding as time move forward. All right, Pete, we're gonna be out of here. Thank you. We gave 4 minutes away last week, so we're gonna give 4 minutes back this week.
All right.
Have a good one, brother.
You too, my man.
All right, peace.
This is Straight Talk, leads to straight understanding. Straight Talk. STSU. This is Straight Talk.